warmly welcome you to the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, the Investiture of Engr, Alex Ogedegbe, 2020 Annual Lecture, Life Achievement Award, and the induction of new fellows. Please, may we please rise for the incoming fellows. Let us start. Coming on behalf of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, I say a big thank you for finding the time to come, even during this tough period. Today, we are going to have the investiture of Engineer Alex Ogedegbe as the 11th president of the Academy. We will also be having the 2020 annual lecture titled the Nigerian Infrastructure Conundrum, the Missing Links, and it will be delivered by one of our past presidents, Engineer Dr. Ogedegbe. We will also be having Life Achievement Awards and the induction of new fellows. Once again, you're welcome. We will now stand for the national anthem. Next is Engineer Lasisi, the current president. We have next Engineer Professor A.P. Onwalu. Next is Engineer K.A. Adeola, the 30%. That brings me to my left side. And we have Engineer Professor A.F. Ogunye, past president. former OON, Honorable Treasurer, Engineer Professor Ogedegbe, Chairman of Membership Committee, and Engineer Executive Secretary. Thank you very much. I would like to call on the President of the Academy to come and deliver his welcome address.
Good morning, everybody. I want to say that I'm lucky to be here, and I'm sure each and every one of us is lucky to be here. Can we clap for ourselves? We have presidents of other academies with us. Our past presidents are here. There are special guests that have been introduced, and I'm going to cut short protocol because of time, because of the period that we are in. So, but I want to thank the Almighty God that especially fellows of our academy who are the endangered group of people at this time that we are talking, and that we are all able to be here, and we have been lucky that not a single fellow has been taken away by COVID, and we thank God for them through a class. I'm truly excited that we are able to do this. It took us quite some time to take the decision, because officially I've handed over on July 1 through Zoom conferencing. But we felt that it's in order that we take this process and we don't lose sight of the tradition of the academy. And because of that, I'm welcoming all of us. I want to say that Nigeria, just like in all parts of the world, has not been spared the problem of this coronavirus pandemic. And hence, this program is just taking place instead of June. So nonetheless, we will have a great event. Distinguished guests, I strongly believe that we should use this occasion to remind ourselves of our responsibilities at the Nigerian Academy of Engineering to ensure that the advancement of engineering education and practice through all the families are continuing and vigorously enhanced. This achievement achievable through continuous learning, advocacy, strategic collaborations with relevant professional associations, government, and industry. The goal remains the significant improvement of the lives of our people and the state of our society, nation, and humanity as a whole. It has been restated that engineering and technology help to enhance development in every aspect of human activity. The program today is lined up, the programs are lined up as follows. The investiture of the 11th president, and that fellow is Engineer Ogedegbe. Can we clap for him? Congratulations to you. So, because it's very rare that we have this opportunity, and we must recognize people who are willing to spare the time to serve the profession, especially at this level, and especially people who have retired. They are not tired, but they are giving service, because Nigeria must move forward. We are also honoring our 3 elder fellows who have served the profession, 3 of them. We will say quite a bit about them later on, by lifetime achievements. Today we are also going to listen to a special lecture. It has been a tradition that the annual lecture is given by one of our past presidents. This year is the turn of one of my own mentors, Engineer Ogedegbe. Can you please stand up for a recognition? I want you to clap for him again and again, and I will tell you the reason. This man, 29 years ago, he welcomed me to Rio, and I stayed there for 8 years with very few problems. So it will give us a stimulating lecture on how we need to improve our infrastructure. Infrastructure is the privilege of everywhere in the world. When you look at modern improvement, everything is recognized through infrastructure. If we don't face it, we will fail. We will never move forward. It will tell us how we can achieve that today. Next is that I want you to listen to the initiatives that we have taken in the academy. One of them, in 2019, I headed the delegation of our academy to Sweden to join the world body of the International Council of Academies of Engineering and Technological Sciences. And we are very successful, and we became a member of this international body. Can you clap for our academy? And we have been very active in this organization. It's called Engr. This year we had to go to South Korea in May. It was postponed, thinking that by October things would have settled down. It never settled down, and it's not even settled down. If you read it today, the second wave is going on in South Korea. I want you, all of you, to put it in mind as a fellow Nigerian that second wave may come here. I'm praying that none of us goes with it, but we must be careful. COVID pandemic is a reality. I had a friend telling me from Atlanta last week that it is not true. It must be somebody not reading the news or not noticing that some of his own relatives might have gone with COVID. The reality is before, so we must follow the protocol and make sure that this thing doesn't take us away. Number two, we have had collaboration with Nigerian Sports Authority to upgrade the working and upgrading the facilities at the Nigerian Federal Science and Technical College, that is in Yaba, it used to be called Trade Center. Engineer Mrs. Maduka, the past president of this organization, initiated this program because we are planning that we don't have enough technologies and technical people to run our infrastructure, maintenance, and supervision. And the progress is all ongoing, and we shall continue to pursue it. The Academy has also featured a forum on 2 topics. The topics are listed. Because of time, I'm not going to read them. This is in your program, and you can read it. I'm watching my clock, even though I'm not seeing it, it's in my head. The follow-up of this forum led to the committee that we set up to look at the classification and completion of Agile steel complex and allied projects. We have since submitted a report that is technically sound to the presidency for advice. We also held a public lecture titled Building a Viable, Sustainable and Distribution Network, which was given by Ogedegbe, Chief Executive Officer, the Kenya Electric Distribution Company. The Academy has also planned a lecture, the public lecture assessment of local content input into the Nigerian radio network. But this lecture had to be postponed twice, and the last time was because of COVID. I expect us to continue because the railway system is being brought back, and we need it for moving things in a mass way. We also started an initiative to raise some palliatives for the pandemic support, and fellows contributed enormously. Can we clap for all the fellows? contributed to this program. We have since submitted palliatives in Abuja and also in Lagos for this purpose. So this lecture, as I said earlier, is a continuation of what we do in the academy, and Engineer Dr. Ije Amana will give us a very stimulating lecture. Finally, I congratulate the new pro-president, the new inductees, and the life achievement awardees. I wish to encourage the inductees to be ready to serve the academy in committees and other critical collective assignments. It is in this true selfless service we can in reality make a difference. Thank you very much for your love, for your patience, and for your attention. Thank you very much. I'm clapping for myself.
Let us please acknowledge the President of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I would now like to call on Engineer K. Adiola, the Technical Secretary, to come and introduce Engineer Dr. J. Amana, our guest lecturer for today.
Who know him, know what are necessary. So those who don't, know what will suffice. So what is the essence of the introduction? Well, we will give you the information. Engineer Dr. Amana is the chairman, Amana Consortium, a firm of consultant engineering, and the president of was president of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering from 2010 to 2012. He graduated with first-class honors in civil engineering from Imperial College of Science and Technology, Science, Engineering and Medicine, London in 1964. He went on to obtain a PhD in structural engineering from the same university. He got his teeth in engineering practice in Motherwell Bridge and Engineering Company Limited, Scotland, and in the consulting engineering firms of King and Nail and Sir Bruce White and Partners, both in London. In these offices, he worked on several landmark projects, including the Crystal Palace television mast, at that time the tallest mast in Europe, bridges, ports, and marine structures. His design of Ogedegbe flyover in 1967 won a prize for innovation. In 1972, he founded Amana Consortium Limited, one of the leading consulting engineering companies in Nigeria, and has directed the engineering of over 400 projects all over the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and trained several engineering personnel who passed through his company. Dr. Amana has served the engineering community in several capacities as member of Council of Foreign, NSC, and ARCAN, and served in several committees for the promotion of engineering practice in Nigeria. He's registered with Foreign number 77, so it was the number 77 person registered by Foreign. That is the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria. There were only 76 people before him. He became a fellow of NSE, registered at number 325, and was a foundation fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Foundation was one of those who started the academy. He is a past president of the Association for Consulting Engineering in Nigeria, ACEN, and is a past president of this academy. Hence, his holding part. His sojourn to the Nigerian political arena was rewarded with winning the senatorial election for Akwa Ibom South Senatorial District in 1997. Senator Amana. You can give him a clap for that. He aspired to the office of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 1999. He did not win. Dr. Amana served a 5-year term as Pro-Chancellor of Wesley University of Science and Technology, Ondo, from 2013 to 2018. Served for 25 years on the board of Citibank Nigeria Limited. Is a recipient of 16 traditional chieftaincy titles Two things I didn't mention in this very brief profile is that he attended Methodist Brothers in Lower College and finished his secondary education at the famous King's College, Lagos. Thank you, Professor.
I would like to congratulate the incoming President, Engineer Ogedegbe, and also thank the outgoing President, Engineer for giving me this opportunity to present this lecture. Please permit me to stand on a distinct protocol. This lecture derives its title from the several decades of Nigeria's failed attempts to come to grips with the development of our infrastructure. We shall take snapshots of various attempts made by respective governments over the decades to give Nigeria befitting infrastructures. We shall see where and why some limited successes were attained and why, overall, the failure has been abysmal. As a result of our failed infrastructures, the economic development of our country has suffered major setbacks, and what is potentially a rich and great country has failed to develop our enormous potential over the decades. Nigeria was appropriately described as the giant of Africa in the early 1960s, following her political independence from British colonial rule. In 2017, Nigeria was described as the poverty capital of the world. So why should poverty and poor infrastructures bedevil a nation so richly endowed by God with enormous human and material resources? What are the parameters that drive the delivery and the development of infrastructure? And why have we, over the years, failed to get them right? To answer these questions, we shall take a close look at some typical infrastructures: railways, roadways, and power generation, and quickly scan the national development planning process to see and note our successes and failures. Definitely. Infrastructures are the facilities and systems that are essential for the development and growth of society, enterprises, and economies. In the national and subnational context, infrastructures may be classified into four categories. Critical infrastructures include roads, housing, and public buildings, water supply, telephone, internet, etc. Engineers are familiar with this group of infrastructure. Indeed, we play key roles in their creation and maintenance. Social infrastructures are the educational, healthcare, law enforcement, religious institutions which help sustain the development and growth of society. Organizational infrastructures are those organs and systems, political, judiciary, legislature, revenue generation, etc., that are required by government and the economy to function. Knowledge infrastructures are those systems that enable us to leverage technology to enhance performance in all areas of human endeavor. They comprise the network of people, artifacts, and institutions that generate, share, and maintain specific knowledge about the human and natural world.
Human and economic development require extensive interplay of the nation's physical, social, organizational, and knowledge infrastructure. And the quantum and quality of that development depend on the effectiveness of that interplay. For example, an effective educational system will produce people who effectively man the political space, the knowledge generation, and action system. Similarly, a failed political system cannot provide the organizational framework necessary for the development of power supply, education, healthcare delivery, or knowledge generation and application systems. There are quite a few definitions which are pertinent in this discussion. Some of them have been put into the program, so I will skip some of them, but I will focus on a few very, very essential ones. One of them is technology. Technology is the knowledge making, modification, and usage of tools, machines, techniques, crafts, systems, methods of organization to solve problems, improve on pre-existing solutions to the problem, or achieve goals or perform specific functions. It can also refer to the collection of such tools, machinery, modifications, arrangements, and procedures. Innovation and national innovation system. Innovation is a process of making an idea or invention into a tool or service that creates value and brings about positive change. The national innovation system is the flow of technology and information among people, enterprises, and institutions in a nation. Because of the large variety of factors involved in national innovation systems, no nation's innovation system is the same as others. Each system is unique and needs to be developed and implemented by local expertise. We all know about research and development. Now, data are characteristics or information that are generated in devices or collected through observation and stored for reference and analysis. Three categories of data are identified. Hard data are data which are generated from devices. Soft data are based on observation, and big data are random, structured and unstructured data. When adequately archived in a universally acceptable format, data becomes readily available tools for making informed decisions that greatly impact economic development. Corruption. Corruption has been recognized as the bane of Nigerian society. Financial corrupt practices, which include bribery, extortion, graft, embezzlement, deprive the nation's treasury of funds which could have been applied to projects. Equally reprehensible is non-financial corruption, which includes cronyism, nepotism, parochialism, and patronage. These destroy morale, dull the competitive edge, and destroy confidence in the governance process. The damage to the national ethos caused by non-financial corruption is worse than that caused by financial corruption because of the absence of the legal framework to apprehend and punish those guilty of those forms of corruption. The way to curb corruption is not just finding and punishing corrupt people. Tackling corruption requires educating our people from kindergarten to adulthood to eschew corruption in all its forms, acquire the right attitude to life, and obey rules and regulations set up to regulate orderly management of society. Corruption can be curbed by extensive deployment of technology in all areas of our activity. Politics and political engagement. Politics is defined by Wikipedia a holder of an elected office. The second definition says, in certain climes, politicians act in manipulative and devious ways, typically to gain advantage. While we must reprehend politicians who act in manipulative and devious ways, it must be stated that politics provides the framework for making decisions which involve distribution of resources, including infrastructure. Political system is a component of the organizational infrastructure. Absence of an enlightened, healthy political system spells doom to the delivery of infrastructure. How are infrastructures delivered? Delivery of infrastructures is the primary purpose of the national development planning process, which government carries out from time to time. This process determines the what, why, where, when, and how of the infrastructure. Such delivery is successful only to the extent that the organs of government, the regulatory framework provided within the organizational infrastructure are robust and supportive of both short-term and long-term national strategic plans. We shall study the development of three systems: railways, roadways, and power generation, within a set period to determine the success of major parameters. The Nigerian railway infrastructure. The narrow gauge system, which covered about 3,505 kilometers, built between 1898 and 1930, was the greatest physical infrastructure achievement of Nigeria's colonial administration. The system linked all parts of the country. With its western terminus in the port of Lagos, it went through all the regions of the country and had its eastern terminus in the port of Soka. The British administration achieved this feat because it had clear and unambiguous definition of its needs and objectives. The need was trade, to transport raw materials from all parts of the country to the seaports of Lagos and Port Harcourt, and receive industrial goods, imported goods, for distribution to all different parts of the country. The second need was security, to speedily move military personnel from one part of the country to another as may be necessary for security. The objective to achieve this, they found, was in railway, a fast, cost-effective, and safe transportation system. So, they built 3,505 kilometers of railroad within 26 years. But that success was short-lived. Why? Because in 1964, the NRC, Nigerian Rail Corporation, began to decline due to lack of patronage and change in government focus, inert management, and poor maintenance arrangements. It filed for bankruptcy in 1988. And at that time, we had to invite the Indians to come and resuscitate the railway. They did not succeed, they failed. But I can tell you that Japan, India, Indonesia, Taiwan, New Zealand, and South Africa are some of the countries in the world that are still running the narrow gauge railway system and doing very, very well. The standard gauge railway system was introduced in 1991. It now has a total of 694 kilometers in about 28 years. Table 1 and figure 1 shows the development of the railway system in Nigeria. This is imperial sensation. Failure of the railway system in Nigeria has highlighted the need for the following. 1, coordinated strategic planning manage research concepts. Three, ensure appropriate technology for local adoption of the continent for further development and maintenance. Now let's take a look at the road network, the road development. Table 2, figure 2 shows the development of Nigeria's road infrastructure from 1944 to 2019. As with the development of railway infrastructure, there was lack of coordinated strategic planning and dependence on foreign experts. You must note that in over 70 years since the development of road network started in the country, this country of vibrant entrepreneurs has not produced a single major indigenous village contractor of note. The reason for this is Nigeria's penchant for imported goods and services. The twin evils of corruption and the absence of support for indigenous contractors have made the unit cost of road construction and maintenance in Nigeria the highest in West Africa. Now, power generation infrastructure. Table 3, figure 3, presents a historical perspective of the development of Nigeria's power generation infrastructure. Nigeria's power generation landscape is littered with failed projects, most of which are listed in Table 3. Compared with peers, Nigeria's per capita power consumption, which is about 144 kilowatt hours, is about 50% of that of Ghana, 10% of that of Tunisia, and 3% that of South Africa. These failures are attributed to poor maintenance arrangements, poor strategic planning, and the vandalization of equipment due to lack of ownership by the public. So what are the factors that drive business profitability? One of them is need, their definition of need, their definition of objective establishment of funding mechanisms. Funding engagement requires that the political players must establish the need, give a clear definition of the objective, provide the funding mechanism, and ensure a buy-in of the public. Prioritization in the face of competing needs and the choices of what infrastructure to deliver and where, those are all political decisions. Project abandonment may result from lack of political continuity or absence of a national strategic plan which is not detached from political players. Technology has to do with the process and means of delivering and maintaining the infrastructure. Any infrastructure which is not delivered with the people who are to use it in mind, with giving them the opportunity to acquire and internalize the technology used in its delivery, lacks the people's ownership and will eventually fail. Nigeria's infrastructures and the national development planning process. Nigeria's infrastructure planning has been anchored in the national development plans in the past 7 decades. There have been 10 national development plans or strategies. The study of these plans and strategies in the context of the 5 factors that drive infrastructure delivery reveal about 10 common debilitating factors. Because of time, I will not enumerate these because some of them are captured in the conclusion. But there is good news. The good news is that effective deployment of technology can help overcome all these challenges. Now, technology as driver of economic development. It has been established and is widely accepted that technology is the key driver driver of economic growth of countries, regions, and cities. However, the mechanisms through which technology is developed, adapted, and used in production is complex. The ingredients of the development and application of technology are codified knowledge in the form of theories, frameworks, scientific papers, patents, instruction manuals, and tacit knowledge acquired through study and application. This knowledge resides in the brain of individuals and is a product of a lifetime of study and application. That is why education is the most important investment of any nation or people. It is also the most expensive investment because it starts from the day a person is born and continues in increasing cost as the person goes through the stages of primary, secondary, tertiary, and post-tertiary levels. It is the height of folly to make that kind of investment in the lives of our young people and then fail to protect and utilize it. Nigeria's most high-valued export at the moment is not crude oil. It is a highly trained, youthful manpower. But the economy of this country is getting zero proceeds from this export. Instead of getting value, Nigeria is in a state of double jeopardy because this hemorrhage has left our national innovation ecosystem weakened and very much in need of transfusion. The other aspect of this tragedy is that instead of enacting policies that aim to stop the exodus of a highly trained manpower and encourage the return of our sons and daughters from diaspora to the only country that they can truly call their own, Nigerian governments pursue quick fixes, borrowing large amounts externally to acquire expensive finished products, which have no positive impact on our national innovation system, and further deplete our foreign exchange balance and aggravate our debt burden. It has been observed that Nigerians thrive and excel everywhere except in that country. Surely, a system that does not support, promote, and demand excellence needs to be changed for us to achieve better and best outcomes for our country and our infrastructure. Nigeria's technology management framework. The Federal Ministry of Science and Technology is a Nigerian ministry whose mission is to facilitate the development and deployment of science and technology to enhance the pace of socio-economic development of the country through appropriate technological inputs into productive activities of the nation. That is the mission statement which is on the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology website. To facilitate delivery of its mandate, the FMSC produced Nigeria Science, Technology and Innovation Policy in 2011. It has also developed a National Science, Technology and Innovation Roadmap 2017 to 2030. The coverage of the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology policy overlaps with policies developed by various ministries and agencies of government. There is therefore a need for the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology to play a coordinating role in all matters that deal with the acquisition and application of knowledge and knowledge tools for the sustainable development of Nigeria. The NSTR 2030 has 14 distinct objectives that encapsulate its role as an integration framework for various STI plans at the federal and lower jurisdictional levels. The implementation of this objective should extend to all levels of governance to provide a system in which the flow of data, needs definition, and other inputs and the diffusion and deployment of technology, action plans, and success indicators are managed in the most socially beneficial way. The effective implementation of the SDI and IR 2010 should bring about the social, economic, and environmental revolution of Nigeria and ensure the effective mobilization of all our assets to achieve the sustainable development of our infrastructure, economy, and people and environment. Infrastructure organism. The infrastructure system may be likened to the human body. Figure 4 shows the infrastructure organism, which is comprised of the head, heart, stomach, and limbs. The head is knowledge infrastructures. It is here that all the thinking, planning, and coordination necessary for the success of all parts of the body is done. It is a fact of life that no matter how beautiful the rest of the body may be, if the head is defective, the functions of all the other parts of the body will lack coordination, and over time may result in paralysis or death. Nigeria's infrastructures are so dilapidated because Nigeria's knowledge infrastructures has been ignored over the decades. The part of the organism is organizational infrastructure. It sends the life blood to all parts of the organism. Just as a defective heart results in stunted growth because it cannot maintain adequate supply of nutrients to the parts of the body, effects in the political system, judicial system, legislative, financial system, revenue generation system, and defense system, etc., result in stunted national development. The stomach is a social infrastructure. It provides a nutrient that feeds all the other infrastructure. The nutrient as a human being who are the products of our education system, our health care system, our law enforcement, traditional religious bodies, etc. The limbs of the infrastructure are the physical infrastructures. They provide a structure which enables mobility and facilities for the convenience and well-being of the organism. Just as the object of human beings is the lifelong pursuit of physical, emotional, and spiritual fulfillment, the object of the infrastructure organism is the pursuit of human development and prosperity as on a continuing basis. Conclusion. For sustainable infrastructures, we need to adopt a structured approach to infrastructure planning to establish, 1, need definition, which is focused, time-calibrated, and given a hierarchy based on priority. 2, objective is defined in a quantitative and measurable manner. Funding which considers the strategic development of indigenous resources and achievement of balance between public and private funding and partnerships and local and foreign borrowing. Political engagement in which the political players and political processes enable the right decisions to be made on the needs and objective definitions. The involvement and buy-in of the populace depend on political engagement. This underscores the need for the intelligentsia, people who are well-informed, highly motivated, selfless, patriotic, and visionary to get organized to make that impact felt in the political space. Surely, this is not beyond their reach. Technology to provide the backbone, to hold together all the activities, the memory to document and advise, the knowledge to direct and manage, and the skills to implement the delivery of infrastructure on a sustainable basis. Technology can be used to guide a decision making and ensure faithful decision implementation. For technology to work, there must be a robust technology acquisition and management framework. That's why we come to the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, because it has the development and deployment of science and technology apparatus for the development of Nigeria. Over the years, the role of this most important agency of government has not been fully appreciated. In fact, quite a lot of the times, it is not being appreciated at all. As the agency for technology development and deployment for all levels of governance, it should, like the nerves and blood vessels of the human body, be present in every part of the governance structure. That is the only way Nigeria can inspire, mobilize, coordinate, and focus its enormous human and material resources for the sustainable development of our infrastructures. In other words, every department of government at the national, sub-national, and local level should have a technology deployment office, which is an arm of the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, such that there is continuous flow of data and information in the whole market. The infrastructure organism analogy, which likens the national infrastructure system to the human body, provides the model to guide our thinking and action. Without adequate knowledge infrastructures to guide, regulate, and coordinate the complex process of managing Nigerian infrastructure development, it will remain a conundrum. Because it is intangible in nature, knowledge infrastructures are not easily appreciated and could be relegated. Whereas without the acquisition and effective management, none of the other infrastructures can perform. The need for change, which harnesses the intellectual resources of our people, is urgent. The role of intelligence in bringing about positive change in our country cannot be overemphasized. By virtue of their God-given talent, the Nigerian intelligentsia are the only people who can clearly see the benefits of putting technology at the driving seat of Nigeria's development. We must take the initiative, make the sacrifice, continue to strive with patience to see that technology is enthroned as the driver of development of Nigeria. The example of such countries as the Emirates and Qatar is worthy of note. In only a few decades, these Gulf states have come from third world to be leaders in first world because of improvement of technology as driver of that development. Challenge is a stepping stone to great achievement. Nigeria can use the enormous challenges she faces as stepping stones to lead the world in the area of smart governance. What did I say? Smart governance. Yes, smart governance in which technology is used to mobilize, organize, and deploy the human and natural resources of our country for the benefit of our people. I congratulate the Nigerian Academy of Engineering for providing leadership to the other national academies, the epitome of Nigeria's intellectual endowment, to do all that is required in this regard. The academies must work out how to stop the hemorrhage of Nigeria's lifeblood, the loss of our most prized assets, our youthful, highly trained manpower to the developed economy. The time to ask is now. I end this lecture with the quote from the late Emperor Haile Selassie. He said, throughout history, it is the inaction of those who should have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, the silence of the voice of justice when it mattered the most, that made it possible for evil to triumph. There is nothing that an organized, passionate, dedicated, selfless, committed, intelligent chapter. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. To him alone, we will glory. Thank you.
Engineer Professor Folala Sisi to appreciate Engineer Dr. Amana.
We want to recognize the effort of one of our mentors, one of our leaders, one of our dedicated engineers in this country that has done wonders and will continue to do wonders. We pray that he will live to the next century. Engineer Dr. Ogedegbe, James Amana, we appreciate you. We salute you. We appreciate your time and the children of Engineer Dr. Amana, can you join us, please? That's a football team we preserve. That's something else. Congratulations.
Emeritus Thomas Okokimbo Audi. Please come on board. And you can join by the staff.
Do you have your spouse here? Can you join us? Do you have any relatives here? No. Please come. By our tradition, we honor our fellows who have achieved the age of 75 years as engineers. Is one of them. We have 3 of them today. Congratulations. You know that by statistics, Nigerians reach the age of 70 within the 30 or to reach 75. And divine blessing. Can we clap for them?
On the next person, Engineer Professor S. Ogedegbe. You're welcome, sir.
Special privileges for years when I was in New York, and I continue to appreciate it. I'm happy you are here. I'm happy that you have been specially blessed. You are looking good. It's looking good. Can you clap for it? Spouse will come up, please. Come, lady. Madam, come. You want to keep him young forever. And I think that is good. Professor Ogedegbe, congratulations again. To be 75, you are blessed. God has had mercy on you. You will continue to be. You won't go because of COVID pandemic. You will live long in good health. you enjoy old age. Can you clap for me? I'm enjoying old age. You will also enjoy old age. Because when you see your children doing well and old age, and they are beginning to feed you, that is special mercy. We will all enjoy mercy of God. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next is Engineer Dr. Ogedegbe to this part. Thank you.
Congratulations. You are well born and you have done well and you are moving mountains. You continue to do it. You will live long. You enjoy old age. God will continue to have mercy on you. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Congratulations. Very much.
Induction of new fellows. I want to call on Engineer Professor Sisi, the President of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, as we call on the first person Engineer Senator Ibrahim Abdullahi Gobi. Please come on board. Engineer Senator Ibrahim Abdullahi Gobi, NFI.
And a PhD from the University in 2004. He also received an MBA Finance and Accounts from the University of Liverpool in 2012. Engineer Ogedegbe joined the Tafa Balewa University in 2004. He also received an MBA Finance and Accounts from the University of Liverpool in 2012. Engineer Ogedegbe joined the services of the cement company of Northern Nigeria PLC in 1987 as a senior electrical engineer and rose through the ranks to become the general manager of operations and the technical head. And in 1999 became the managing director CEO of the cement company. After retiring, he was appointed the chairman of the company in 2006. He also became the executive chairman of another cement company, Damnas Cement Company Limited, in 2008. Dr. Ogedegbe served as a director or chairman of several other companies and organizations, including Union Bank of Nigeria PLC, Sokoto Business Materials and Construction Company. Engineer Ogedegbe is a registered electrical engineer with current and a chartered electrical engineer, United Kingdom. He is a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the Institute of Electrical Engineers, UK, the Solar Energy Society of Nigeria, and the Nigerian Institute of Management. He is a two-time recipient of the Presidential Nigerian Society of Engineers Merit Award, and in 2002, he received the President.
conferred on me as president, I formally admit you as a fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations.
But they can spread one now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Benjamin Yalikosa Imasuki hereby pledge to uphold the code of conduct, statutes, and bylaws of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I also pledge to contribute to the advancement of knowledge and promotion of excellence in engineering to the best of my ability.
By the power conferred on me as the president of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, I formally admit you as a fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations. Madam is looking good. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. You can see that I'm happy if one of my products is going on. Jenny, congratulations.
He obtained a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering in 1990 at the University of California, Davis, USA. With about 30 years global experience in the oil and gas industry, 4 of which were in the hydrocarbon exploration and production sector in the US, Engineer Dumakinde relocated to Nigeria in 1993. He founded 3 oil and gas engineering service companies: Delta Tech Engineering Limited in 1993, Delta Africa Engineering Limited in 2003, and Delta Tech Offshore Limited in 2013. Under his leadership, these companies secured and executed more than 100 We achieved 35 million cumulative man-hours to date without any fatality, attracted foreign direct investments of more than $280 million US, and at the peak of operations employed over 750 Nigerian engineers. With his passion to train the younger generation, he founded in 2011 the Impact Your World Leadership Initiative, which has awarded scholarships to over 1,000 students. His contributions to education earned him several awards, principal amongst them are the honorary doctorate degree from the Federal University of Technology Akure, the Oil and Gas Trainers Association of Nigeria Fellowship Award, and the second runner-up of the prestigious Lagos State Man of the Year Award. Engineer Ogedegbe serves as director on boards of several companies in Nigeria, Ghana, and Equatorial Guinea. He is a fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Engineer Ogedegbe is today being honored and admitted into the fellowship of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations.
Hereby pledge to uphold the code of conduct, statutes, and bylaws of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I also pledge to contribute to the advancement of knowledge and promotion of excellence in engineering to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Congratulations. As the President of by the power conferred on me, I formally admit you as a fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Engineers. Congratulations.
Okay, look here, sir.
Look here, sir. Congratulations again. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Engineer Professor Abdul Salihi. Engineer Professor Abdul Salihi. Engineer Professor Abdul Salihi.
University, a Master's of Science degree in Design and Production Systems in 1980, and a PhD in Microcomputer Control Applications in 1983, both from Loughborough University of Technology, United Kingdom. Upon return to Bayero University, Kano, BUK in 1983, Professor Salihi started as lecturer 2 and rose steadily to become a professor of mechanical engineering in February 1995. He has supervised many undergraduates, masters, and PhD students, publishing many journal papers on microcomputer control applications, production engineering and management, and mechanical engineering in general. Engineer Professor Salihi was head of Mechanical Engineering Department, Bayero University, Kano, and a one-time Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, where he secured the National University Commission and foreign accreditation for engineering programs. He was a visiting professor at the University of Khartoum, Sudan. Dr. Khalidi was a one-time managing director of Kano State Transport Corporation, Director General and later Commissioner, Kano State Ministry of Works, Housing and Transport. Engineer Professor Khalidi is foreign register and the fellow of NSC. He was secretary and later chairman of NSC Kano Ghana, a member of the NSC Council for many years, member of the NSC Board of Fellows, vice chairman, technical, College of Fellows, and a one-time member of Foreign Council. He has participated in several national university and foreign accreditation panels for many years. Professor Khalidi was a recipient of many prestigious awards, including the President's Award. Professor Khalidi today is being honored and admitted into the fellowship of the Academy, the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations.
I, Abdul Salih, hereby pledge to uphold the Code of Conduct, Statutes and Bylaws of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I also pledge to contribute to the enhancement of knowledge and promotion of excellence in engineering to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Your card.
By the power conferred on me as President, I formally admit you as a fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
James Olabode Karowumi Ajayi. James Olabode Karowumi Ajayi.
Engineer James Olabode Karowumi Ajayi. Born on the 13th of August 1938, this astute scholar obtained a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Ohio University and a Master of Science in the same discipline from New York University, both in the U.S.
Also pledge
Congratulations.
The next person is Engineer Gilbert Teresa Grant. Engineer Gilbert Teresa Grant.
Gilbert Temison Grant. Born on the 31st July 1946, Chief Temison Grant graduated with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Lagos in 1970 and subsequently with a postgraduate diploma too. Amiably called GT, Chief Grant started his career as a petroleum reservoir engineer with the Gulf Oil Company Nigeria Limited in 1970. And in 1974, he left Gulf Oil Company of Nigeria as a foundation staff, popularly known, served diligently with responsibilities across both the upstream and downstream sectors of the oil and gas industry, as well as the LNG. He was Managing Director, CEO of Unipetrol Nigeria Limited from 1984 to 1988, where he transformed the company from near bankruptcy to profitability. His noteworthy input to the natural gas projects culminated in his appointment as the Managing Director, CEO of the Nigerian LNG. Chief G.T. Grant retired as Group Executive Director of the NNPC in August 1995, having served meritoriously at the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, Integrated Data Services Limited, LNG, and NETCO. Engineer G.T. Grant has served on the boards of Losa Drilling Company Nigeria Limited, Negris Nigeria Limited, Olokola LNG Nigeria Limited, 4D Engineering Nigeria Limited, as well as the Royal Exchange and General Insurance Company of Nigeria. He currently chairs Stockham Nigeria Limited, a consultancy advisory in upstream and gas sector of the economy. He is a fellow and past president of the Society of Petroleum Engineers of the American Institute, SPE-AIME, as well as the Institute of Directors. Engineer Chief Temison Grant today is being honored and admitted to the fellowship of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations.
I, Gilbert Temison Grant, hereby pledge to uphold the Code of Conduct, Statutes, and Bylaws of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I also pledge to contribute to the advancement of knowledge and promotion of excellence in engineering to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations. By the power conferred on me as the President of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, I formally admit you as a fellow of our academy. Congratulations. Thank you, Madam. Congratulations again.
Engineer Professor Muhammad Amnesty Muhammad, a former Vice Chancellor in 1999 from Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, ACBU Lodge. In 1986, he joined the services of ACBU, formerly Abubakar Tafawa Balewa College, Lodge, and rose to become a professor of mechanical engineering in 2005. Professor Muhammad has more than 25 research journal publications, several conferences, and technical reports. He has supervised the completion of many Masters of Engineering and PhD students. In 2004, he led a team that won second prize awards in the first national competition of process plant design, organized by the Raw Materials Research and Development Council. Before serving as the Vice Chancellor of the ACBU Boundary, Professor Muhammad was the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Academics, Director of Center for Industrial Studies, and Head of the Department of the Mechanical and Production Engineering at ACBU. He was at the time the Chairman of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigerian University. Professor Muhammad has been serving as an excellent professor and assessor to many universities. He is also a registered engineer in the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, member of many professional societies, and fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Engineer Professor Muhammad Amnesty Muhammad is today honored and admitted into the fellowship of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations.
Muhammad Amnesty Muhammad, hereby pledge to uphold the code of conduct, hereby pledge to uphold the bylaws and statutes. I also pledge to contribute to the advancement of knowledge and promotion of excellence in engineering to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. 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 By the power of the Academy of Engineering, I formally admit you as a fellow of our academy. Congratulations. You are welcome. Thank you.
Professor Obanishola Mufutau Sadiq. Born on the 3rd of June 1955, Engineer Professor Sadiq obtained a master's degree in civil engineering in 1985 and a PhD in structural engineering in 1990 as Lecturer 1 in 1991 and rose through the ranks to become professor at the University of Lagos in 2001. To date, Engineer Sadiq has supervised to completion 5 PhD candidates and over 160 Master of Science candidates and has over 50 publications in reputable national and international journals and referred conference proceedings. He was visiting professor to Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Lagos State University. He is also a recipient of the Faculty Best Researchers Award for the year 2000 Research Conference and Fair, University of Lagos. At UNILAG, he has served in various capacities, including Sub-Dean, Faculty of Engineering from 1999 to 2001, Head of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering from 2011 to 2014. Professor Sadiq was appointed Acting Director of Works and Services of the University in 2002. In that capacity, he oversaw the maintenance of civil, electrical, mechanical, and telecommunication engineering infrastructure throughout the university. Professor Sadiq is a registered member of the National University Commission, foreign accreditation panel for several universities across the country. He is a recipient of the Nigerian Sector of Engineers, Lagos Branch Distinguished Merit Award 2006 for contribution to knowledge and engineering practice. Today, Engineer Sadiq is being honored and admitted to the fellowship of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations.
The last 25 years. You are welcome.
I, Obanishola Mufutau Sadiq, hereby pledge to uphold the Code of Conduct, statutes and bylaws of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I also pledge to contribute to the advancement of knowledge and promotion of excellence in engineering to the best of my ability. That is all.
Congratulations. The power conferred on me as the President of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. I admit you today as a fellow of our academy. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations again. You are welcome.
Two inductees based in the United States of America first one is Engineer Professor Adesoji Adeshino,
Professor Adesoji Adediro Adeshino, NNOL. Engineer Professor Adesoji Adediro Adeshino, NNOL. Born on the 2nd of April 1959, Engineer Professor Adeshino graduated from the University of Lagos with a first-class honors degree in chemical engineering in 1980. In September 1982, he proceeded to the University of Waterloo, Canada for graduate studies, which culminated in the receipt of his PhD in 1986 under the auspices of the Canadian Commonwealth Scholarship and Fellowship Program. In 1991, Professor Adeshino joined the University of New South Wales, Sydney, Australia as a lecturer and rose to full professorship in 2004. At the University of New South Wales, he initiated and developed an internationally renowned group of reactor engineering and technology, attracting nearly $20 million in competitive peer-reviewed research grants. Professor Adeshino has published over 450 refereed papers and has a patent to his credit. He produced 50 PhD students and 64 master's project students during his career. He has won many awards, such as Best Professor for Teaching, Research, Innovation, award both given by the University of Southern Wales and recently the Nigerian National Order of Merit, highest national honors for outstanding scholarly achievement given by the federal government of Nigeria in 2017. He has made various contributions to the engineering profession, including acting head, School of Chemical Engineering, University of Southern Wales, and member of the editorial and advisory board of several reputable international journals in chemical engineering and catalysis. He is a fellow of the Royal Australian Chemical Institute and the Institution of Chemical Engineering, United Kingdom, a member of many professional bodies such as Engineers Australia, American Institute of Chemical Engineers, and the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers. Engineer Professor Adeshino is being honored today and admitted into the fellowship of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering. Congratulations.
Professor Adeshino, congratulations to you. Put on his cap. His cap. The cap. Put on your cap. You are welcome. By the power conferred on me as the president of Nigerian Academy of Engineering, I welcome you and admit you as a fellow of our academy. Congratulations. So we are seeing you and your family and friends. You have made us proud. We are happy to have you as one of us. Congratulations again. My mentor here, a mercurial personality, and was always very proud to be an engineer. We salute you, we'll welcome you. We are happy you are joining us before you go to join the Holy Line. It will be many years before that comes to you. That is the end of every person. That is the reality. But you will continue to live long in good health and prosperity. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, sir. I salute you, sir. Congratulations. Can you unmute? Can you unmute? Can you unmute? So that we can hear your voice, sir. Professor Togo, if you unmute, please. So we can hear your voice. Can you say something to us, sir? Soboye job. So Soboye job we know, sir. Thank you, sir. We know him, we know him. He has been a vice chancellor in Abuja.
Then he went to Nigeria and he worked at the World Bank, and he was the president of African University of Science and Technology
in Abuja.
After becoming the fellow of Nelson Mandela, and we have a lot of things to thank God for, and particularly for our family in Nigeria. I come from the background in Lagos and also in North Africa, and we cherish our link to the Muslims and Christians. We cherish them very much. We work happily with all our relatives, because one of them is here today. I don't know who to be. Deputy Governor woman from Nigeria, the very close, and the mother of my late brother, what is called Overhaul. I guess they are related. And we also have there, and I heard of the name of His Excellency Femi Ogunu. I think he's there today. He's great luminary. Who has encouraged many people in science and technology. He has encouraged many people in science and technology, including myself. When he was Federal Minister of War, he can go there and give us a lot of encouragement and assistance in getting God, and also in making sure that the jobs are well done. So I think it's a very, it's an annual interview of the academy.
I will now call on one of the inductees to give a remark. So let me call on Engr Gilbert T. Grant.
My name enough. In particular, we will add to our individual life visions and missions that of the academy which has just been handed over to us. We are aware that the academy has come up with a 5-year strategic plan. I believe I speak for all the new inductees when I say that we will endeavor to study the document and identify any of the groups within the strategic units for which we are most suited to contribute and endeavor to give our very best. Finally, we as fellows of the academy shall always be guided by the bylaws. Now speaking about the academy itself, when one examines the expertise, experience, and management skills that reside within this academy, one cannot but be extremely impressed because it is just wonderful. With a body like this in our dear country, Nigeria, issues of conceiving and executing engineering programs for the development of our great country should be a given. However, regrettably, I will not think that has been the case. Dr. Amana has spent some time this morning to take us through realities of what happens within the development of infrastructure. I believe the subject is one of continuous discussion. However, the academy must continue to give its collective advice, proposals, and whatever helps to authorities and the powers that be. Because you do not know when your proposals will find favor, that will do the magic and bring the country to where we all pray it should be. In addition, I would like to observe that within this body, at some point in time, individuals do have access to power, to persons in power, and even better still, do find themselves in such places. The only thing I can say is that when that does happen, please be forthright and speak truth to power. It is only by so doing that you will be able to keep the vision and mission of the academy alive. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live the Academy of Engineers. Thank you and God bless.
born on 18 April 1943 to Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin Akumo and Bridget Hannah Ogedegbe in Yaba, Lagos. Alex Ogedegbe attended Ladybird Institute and Ikobi College, both in Yaba, for his primary and secondary school education, respectively. After securing a university scholarship under the ASPAL program in 1964, he proceeded to the State University of Iowa in Iowa State, United States of America, where he graduated with BSc and MSc in chemical engineering in 1967 and 1969, respectively. Engineer Ogedegbe started his professional career in 1968 in the U.S. with DuPont Chemicals in Clifton, Iowa, where he worked as process engineer. Thereafter, Shell BP Petroleum Development Company recruited him from the U.S. to work in Nigeria, marking the beginning of a 50-plus years long career in the Nigerian upstream and midstream sector. He worked with Shell BP for 5 years, initially as well-site petroleum engineer, then as operations engineer in Port Harcourt, and finally as reservoir engineer in Lagos. He coordinated and prepared the Shell BP company-wide reserves report to government in July 1974. In 1975, he joined the Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources, initially working in the newly constituted Warri Refinery Project team as senior project engineer. At the inception of the NNPC on the 1st of July 1977, he was appointed deputy project engineer in the refineries project division. He also worked as head of the technical services department in Lagos. He simultaneously held technical management positions in the NNPC refinery project at Warri, Kaduna, and the new Port Harcourt from 1975 to 1989. His most recent
solemnly declare and pledge that as President of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, I shall faithfully uphold, defend, and preserve the ideals of the Academy in accordance with the provisions of the statutes, bylaws, and code of conduct at all times.
So help you God. Amen. Thank you. Congratulations. Come on, sign here.
President, you now become a past president.
Mr. Vice President, you now become the President of the Academy of Engineering from today forward.
Congratulations. Come.
Engineer Alex Ogedegbe to come and present his presidential address.
To the Almighty God, for His mercy, His providence on me and my family, especially my wife, who is here with me today, and my three children and grandchildren who are probably watching online from the United States. Outgoing President, please let me stand on your protocol. First and foremost, I wish to thank the Board of Trustees of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering for the honor and privilege to serve as the 11th President of this Academy. I have spent the last 2 years performing as the Vice President, Member of Council, and the Executive Committee, and preparing to succeed the outgoing President, Professor Folola Sisi. By the tradition and constitution, my predecessor, Professor Sisi, today formally becomes the immediate past President. I thank him for his cooperation and support, which I have and continue to receive since the formal handover on July 1st during the virtual online annual general meeting. This was necessary due to the restrictions on meetings caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and the requirement of the Constitution that every president spends only 2 years. I would also like to look back 20 years and pay tribute to the vision and wisdom of the 41 founding fathers of the Academy. although half of them have passed on, we still have several still serving the academy. For instance, as chairman, Engineer Vincent Maduka, Engineer Dr. Femi Lalube, and Professor Fred Susu, who actually was who nominated me to the academy. And we also have amongst these 5 fully recognized active past presidents. All of them are recognized in our brochure today, and you can see some of them on the stage, including the guest speaker, Dr. Amana, Professor Ayodele Ogunye, who is a very close friend and mentor, Professor Salawu, under whom I serve as Honorary Secretary. I thank all of them for the inspiration and the example they set before me. They are all set very high standards and noteworthy personal examples, collegiate integrity, professional excellence, formidable achievements in their various fields of endeavor. We are still inspired and guided by their sacrifices and examples today. Let me continue by presenting the approved new vision and mission statements of the Academy of Engineering. Our vision statement reads, to be a leading think tank in the advancement of science, engineering, and technology. And our mission statement also reads, to promote and advance science, engineering, and technology as a major driver of national development and international competitiveness. Since the 1st of July 2020, the Academy has embarked on the implementation of a new and well-articulated 5-year strategic plan, which was approved by Council in 2019. I consider this role the sole responsibility of the Executive Committee to implement in order for it to succeed. The strategic plan contains, among other important subjects, the new vision and mission statements, core values, strategic areas of focus, objectives, and specific timelines. It describes in abundant detail steps for implementation. Essentially, it seeks to restructure the modus operandi and re-energize the content of the Academy's activities more efficiently and effectively. Every fellow at the Academy is being encouraged to contribute by participating in the work of at least one of the 15 council committees. The Executive Committee, which reports to Council, has mandated every council committee with a specific set of terms of reference, which was derived from the plan to enable it to prepare a 2-year strategic plan for each committee during the tenure of office from 2020 to 2022. Therefore, ultimately, all important initiatives, contributions to engineering, science and technology, and all national development, and all the achievements of the Academy as a whole will reflect the quality of the inputs and the dedication of all its fellows. The first part of the implementation plan was the recruitment of the current Executive Secretary to replace the traditional secretary to head the Secretariat. In addition, all other staff of the Secretariat have been retrained with improved and upgraded digital functioning skills. These actions have already yielded appreciable results in the efficiency and continuity of operations of the Secretariat, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic. I wish to confirm also the continued cooperation of the Academy with all relevant engineering institutions, such as the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, Association of Consulting Engineers of Nigeria, ACEN, and the National Board for Technical Education, NBTE,
etc. The Academy will also cooperate with other local and international academies. As a full member of the International Council of Academies of Engineering, Technology, and Science, the Academy shall continue to participate fully in all their programs of activities. Finally, I wish to congratulate all our new inducted fellows on their well-deserved elections. I look forward to welcoming them to the Academy. I expect each and everyone to quickly join the various council committees where the Academy can benefit from their unique expertise and experience in keeping with their pledges of today. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for your attention and patience.
And after that, we're going to have the recession. They say we'll always have an end. I think we've had a wonderful event this morning. And my task is very simple, and that is to give good of thanks. So I will quickly start with thanking the Almighty God. This is an event that would have been held some months back, and we'll be battling with how to do it. And today we are here, and we thank Almighty God for seeing us, all of us here, and making it possible for this event to occur. A number of things have happened, and we're all glad that those who have been admitted into the Academy Fellowship today, we are all happy with them. But a lot of things happened before this event came to be today. And so I would like to start with thanking all the past presidents, and a number of them are here. You can see them, and you saw them already. I won't be able to mention all their names, but we thank them because they are the engine behind everything that has happened today, including the youngest past president, who has just changed a few minutes ago. So I would like to thank all the past presidents for the way they have been driving and running the Academy. You can see that we had a smooth transition, not the type we used to do it. I was actually watching as the two past presidents who were present made the change of guard as smooth as possible and handed over everything to the new president. So we thank you very much. The Academy, as already been told, is run by a number of committees. It's a collegiate system that nobody runs it alone, and so we have a lot of trustees, we have council, we have executive committee, and then of course we have different committees that work, and then all of that ends the membership, all the credits. And each of these groups, they've all been part of the events that occurred before we came here today. So I would like to appreciate all the members of the trustees, the council members, experts, and indeed all fellows of the Academy. Today, even though I'm supposed to be a professor, I actually learned a lot today. And I want to appreciate our special lecturer today. One important thing I learned today is the analogy. In fact, what I understood from all these lectures is the analogy between infrastructure and the human body. This was the first time I'm getting this kind of analogy, and it really opened my mind to another way of looking at infrastructure. Especially the point of view that most of the time we are looking at the legs and the arms, which are the roads, but if we don't get the knowledge from the brain, if we don't get it from the brain, any other thing we are doing from the limbs, we are just scratching the surface. So I thank in a special way the lecturer. I learned a lot, and I said I will travel back to Abuja this night. This night I hope I'll be able to digest the lecture very well. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful lecture. obeying all the COVID protocols. Some of them are here physically, but because of the time dying, a number of the guests are actually online, and we want to appreciate everybody for participating in this program. We have a number of our traditional friends, and then new ones that we are getting today. I won't be able to name all the sponsors. You have the brochure, you can go through the brochure and see those organizations and companies that have supported the Academy for this special program, and in fact, those who continue to support the Academy behind the scenes. So take your time to go through the brochure to see them. We appreciate them because without them, we won't be able to do what we are doing today. The University of Lagos has been a wonderful partner to the Academy. You may not be aware, but those of you who are aware, you know that our secretariat is within the premises of the University of Lagos. And the university has always given us this auditorium, apart from hosting our secretariat. So we would like to appreciate the management and staff of the University of Lagos for always hosting us and always working with us. A number of things again, and we've seen things happen, we've seen people online, and so this is what they call the new normal. So we continue to thank all those people who drive the technology. Most of what we are seeing today is online. People have joined online, some people are watching us on YouTube. So we want to appreciate all the people behind the technologies, even with all the difficulties. Those who have been working behind the scenes, all the logistics. It's not easy to put this kind of thing together. And so we want to appreciate you. The entire event is put together by a special committee, the membership committee. Permit me to mention the chairman of that committee, Professor Bello. I think he's somewhere. Okay. We've had a series of meetings, even in the expo. We have to call him one day to drill him, to make sure that nothing goes wrong today. He has really done well with members of his committee. They've done a wonderful job. I won't forget the executive secretary and the technical secretary. These are the powerhouses behind everything we're doing. He's hiding somewhere. I think he's still working. Executive secretary, you are appreciated, including the technical secretary. They've really done a lot of work behind the scenes. And I would also want to appreciate the secretariat, those who are manning our secretariat. Behind the scenes, they have worked very hard. You can see them walking around. We don't have a lot of time because we have to close. But this is to thank everybody on behalf of the Academy. Today, we have a brand new president. You can see that he has a red cap. I don't know if you come from where I come from, where we wear red caps. The president welcome you on board. And we want to assure you, those of us in the ESCO, we want to assure you that we are ready to work with you and support the administration. So on behalf of the president and the council and everybody in the Academy, I want to appreciate you for coming and want to thank everybody. And our prayer is that God will lead everybody back to your destination. If there is anything like COVID, nobody would have caught it here. And even if you have caught it in this ceremony, God has healed you in Jesus' name. Thank you. We are now going to have the session, and that's going out, not economic recession. It's going out of the hall. Now, the other of the session is as follows. The president will lead, followed by past presidents, and then council members, then the executive committee, then we have the guest speaker, and then we have the fellows. And the fellows will go in the order of their election, will be latest at the back.
Thank you very much for coming. Now we can exit the hall. Thank you very much. Please make sure that you have your snack before you go. Thank you.
Ogedegbe.